It's arena time. Hello, we're gonna do we. I always say we. With the arenas, I feel like there's not enough. Well, what am I saying? I feel confident enough doing arenas solo because there's not a ton of downtime. Let's jump into. Actually, let's jump into the tavern brawl for the waiting period. It's pirate zone. So yeah, we're gonna do tavern brawl, then we're gonna do an arena. See, Garfstone, like, you know, the Garfield thing is pretty, like, Garf. But Heathstone doesn't immediately speak Heathcliff to me. Like, Heath is a name, you know? Heath is, like... Also, Garfstone is funner to say than Heathstone. Yeah, sure, I'll take a weaponsmith. Healthstone, I don't know. I say Hearthstone. Hmm. I wonder if I can if I can get another 3. I want a different 3 so that I can 4-5 the Bloodsail this setup. Heck, I might just play another pirate on 2. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, Discover is a very cool mechanic. It is one of my favorites. Okay, they burned 3 of their 4 pirates. They get a 4th pirate because they were on the coin. Oh dear. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and get busted. I'm gonna have, like, what, a 4-3 weapon? Okay. Let's go ahead and grab a slam. He'll draw me a pirate. Anyway. Alright, yeah, so we'll have a 4-3 weapon. Yeah, they can tap for pirate, I suppose. I'm at 17 already. That's fine. I have basically infinite control of the board. Oh my god. I mean... I'm just gonna beat you down. I can't see what you're at under your disco. Nice disco back. Nice. $20, yeah. So 3 hits from this plus 5 from any other source. Die! That was a sound. Yeah, so now I only have an Arcanite Reaper from this battle axe, my opponent being at 8. They're going to need something. They're only on 7, too, so it's not like they're going to be able to pull out, like, you face Jiraxis on me or something like that. Which, to be fair, Jiraxis wouldn't really be enough. Okay. That's reasonable, I suppose.
This document looks legally
Forbidden healing. I mean, out of all the things they could have done, that's high up on the list of, ways to stay alive. They're technically at a higher life total. Of course, they need to, they still need to, like, turn it, which Twisting Nether doesn't. Well, yeah, the reason I picked the Twilight Summoner is because Twisting Nether failed there. Alright. Anyway, that's the Tavern Brawl. Let's go ahead and move back and do our arena then. Alright, what do we got for classes today? Rogue Paladin Priest, Rogue Paladin Priest. So I've been playing against a number of Paladins using Silver Moon Portal. And, so 2-drops are a really well-known thing. Like we talk about Firelands Portal or things that create like random minions. But 2-drops are basically this like solved location. We know exactly everything a Paladin Shredder can give you. Everything. So Silver Moon Portal's math is like super well-known. Whereas all the other portals aren't as like, oh, like we don't, all that math isn't ingrained into our brains. Like, I know the math. Yeah, I know what Firelands Portal does. It gives an average of about, like an average of a Yeti on rounding, Like, okay, but that doesn't tell me the outliers. That doesn't tell me the odds. But we all know about Doomsayer. Mid-tier. I have these two as like 2 and 3 in the arena. Shift them how you like based on how you feel, but I don't think either of them are mid-tier. I assume that you're saying that Paladin is the mid-tier there? Like, ever since Grand Tournament? Yeah, no, ever since League of Explorers, I've had Paladin as, like... And actually, Seal of Champions was enough. Let's have some fun. Alright. This one feels pretty straightforward. The Bloodsail Corsair is not a consideration, which leaves it to Spawn of Shadows and Azure Drake. Now, the thing with that is Spawn of Shadows is a cool Lost Tall Strider. Like, I'd accept having it in the deck, but, like, there's a lot to be said about the power of Azure Drake. That's already been said. So, we're going to go ahead and pick it. Alright. If I can have an Entomb, I'll feel pretty good. Especially since it's up against a non-card in Flash Heal and an OK3. Well, silence. Yeah, this one's pretty straight Holy Nova. We have we're 3 cards in and we're already too high up on the curve. Oh man. I think Blackwing Corruptor's pickable here. We have a dragon already and we're only 4 picks in. We're in a class that has some of the better dragon synergies, though we're not going to get any of those. So we're giving up 2 power on Salty Dog for a possible 3 damage. I'm willing to pick it speculatively. Priest Dragons are real and constructed. I don't think they're real in the arena. But, good God, can we, like, pick anything below? I'm picking Mind Blast here on my rule of always pick Mind Blast. No, we literally can't have spells that cost less than 5. Like, I guess Gorillabot. Like, we can't have small minion. I like Darkshire Alchemist more than I like Darkscale Healer. They're the exact same cost and body, but this one is more direct, whereas this one is spread. So I'm going to go with the Alchemist. We don't have any mechs again, so I'm not picking up that. Oh my god. Alright, more 6-drops, and unplayable card, and a 2 that really needs stuff to go with it, but it's still okay. Like, Lance Carrier is just fine as long as you have other minions in the zone that are worth playing. Priests do... that's not correct. We're in the arena, you see. And the difference between Priest and Standard and the Priest in the arena is that Priest in the arena has their Spider Tank that gives +3 health, and Shrinkmeister, and things like that. There are actual cards for them at 2 and 3. Okay, Twisted Worgen versus Ogre Brute versus Worgen Infiltrator. 3 really fine cards. It's a bit of a... Basically, it's 1v2v3 here. I like Ogre Brute a lot. I don't know how much I trust Twisted Worgen / Worgen Infiltrator. Heck, I'm not even sure which is the better pick there if you're picking, like, just flat against each other there. Like, Worgen Infiltrator versus Twisted Worgen. That's a hard sell. I'm leaning towards the Ogre Brute. Slightly better within the class because I can, like, play it and then attack and heal it up on 4 and play a 2 to keep board presence. Though a 4/4 is likely to... I mean, 3/4 is much more common than 4/3, which is... thank God. Yeah, let's go with the Brute. Here we go, some 2s. Twisted does kill all 2s, I know. I'm going to go with the Mech Warper here, which seems pretty simple. I'm not the hugest fan of Tidehunter, and this is clearly behind the curve. That certainly is a pick. This is convert by fiat. Like, there isn't a choice here, which is kind of sad. That's not exactly where you want to be on one of your rare picks. Shadowword Death, Bilefin. See, Bilefin Tidehunter I respect a lot more than Murloc Tidehunter. Shadowword Death is something that we kind of want to have in the deck. Like, there's generally... the arena generally will have targets for it if you live that long. The problem is I'm not so sold that the deck will. However, we're on pick 10, so it's probably fine to pick up. Tinkertown Technician recurs really well with Mech Warper, but that's about it. I'm going to go with the interaction over anything else. Alright, cool. I'm going to go with the interaction over anything else. Alright, having both Shadow Words in the... What are you still doing here, Target Dummy? This one's getting really simple. We have a absolutely unplayable 0-drop. We have a 4-mana 2/5 with no text in our class. And, like, a maybe useful 2/2. So, sweet. Okay, Stone Splinter Trog is a 2-drop I can get behind. Ooh, Nerubian Prophet, you say, versus Earthring Farseer versus the Northshire Cleric. I think I'm going to go with the Prophet here. Again, kind of value the bigger body and the tempo swing that Nerubian Prophet provides if it's in your opener. North Shore Cleric is cool, but a lot of the time it's answered too easily, and we don't have super great synergies with it outside of like Holy Nova. Basically, I'd rather have the standalone strong cards than have to work for a strong card. In the sense of like if I have the choice between two, like the card that just works on its own is generally stronger because it's strong in all situations rather than the card that's stronger in some situations. I think Gurabashi Berserker is the pick here. Definitely don't really care about Divine Spirit, especially with the build our deck currently has, where Gurabashi would be the first like real high toughness minion, and this is again like not good on its own. It needs Inner Fire to even function, whereas Gurabashi can just function with my hero power. I'm willing to just pick Boulder Fist Ogre here. Yeah, I'm willing to just pick Boulder Fist Ogre here. Neither of these are powerful enough to draw me towards them, and we're okay on 2s at the Mo. Like, yeah, there's a couple 2s in here that I don't actually want to play on 2. Lance Carrier, actually a lot of them. We probably actually need a couple more 2s, like real ones, because our only real 2s are Mech Warper and Stone Splinter Trog. The rest of these are all fake. Ugh, that's terrible. Well, I'll take another Sweeper. I'll always take another Sweeper in Limited. Corrupted Seer is a lot stronger than it looks. Like, seriously, it's a Sweeper on a body. I like Necrotol. Hey, Lightspawn, how you doing? We don't have any 4s. Yeah, we don't have any 4s at all. Ooh. Well, Onyx Bishop... could be pretty good with this setup. Like, its real worst case would be like Lance Carrier. What I would want would be like a Lightspawn or something like that, especially if I'm going Ogre Brute Lightspawn and then getting it back. Violet Teacher's the other choice here. Master Spell isn't. And Violet Teacher has 6 spells right now. I think it's even real and limited, because like it's basically, on worst case, we're talking Silverhand Recruit, or Silverhand, 4/4 and a 2/2. Like, basically worst case is a lame impression of that. But best case is like I get back a Lightspawn. I'm gonna try out the new card, is basically the reason I'll pick it. I'll take removal over anything else given. Yeah, well, Power Word Shield's incredibly powerful too, though. But I will... actually... God, I said Holy Smite, and now I'm actually thinking Power Word Shield just because I like the card a lot. Yeah, let's go with it. Here we go. Dark Cultist. This is the card I was talking about earlier. In Constructed, Priest might not have 2 and 3 drops, but they are alive and well here. Power of Tentacles. Yeah, I'm willing to pick that. Okay, so at this point I'm kind of picking for curve. I want more 4s in the deck. I want more 4s in the deck, and I would like more playable minions. I passed up on a 2 that would have been good. Bit sad about that one, but I really like having a number of more 4-drops. So I'm going to pick Aberrant Berserker here, especially with like Power Word Tentacles. That card gets better. Hey, Truck. Truck versus Ravenholt Assassin, eh? I have a lot of respect for Ravenholt Assassin. I'm throwing up the horns right now. Like, this thing's power, like if you're ahead in life, slamming down Ravenholt Assassin is flat winning. The problem is, like, again, I was just talking about the curve, and Demolisher helps me out there, especially if I can support it a little more, which I think Means I'm going to end up picking it. I love the truck. Okay, I think this time around I can finally pick the Twisted Worgen. Value... I talked about needing a few more, like, playable 2s on 2, and this is one of them that I'm very happy having. 2 more cards. Hey! I feel like this is just going to be Acidic Swampu, so that capability is in our deck. Yeah, Monty Zerker is the stronger card, but you feel so good when this actually works. Hey, very nice, Emily. And I guess we're getting Abomination here, because... Wow. Eerie Statue's a blank. I have no way of turning that on. No way of turning it on. Yeah. Mana Addict has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells for it. And then Abomination is a 5-drop that 80% of the time when you play it, something goes wrong and it explodes. So that's nice. I didn't see any other dragons. So there goes that. Yeah, something like... I want to say every Cthulhu card is actually playable without its Cthulhu text. Yeah, 50% of dragons are... Is it like 50% are rare above or something like legendary? It's ridiculous. Like, the only common dragon... There's only like half a dozen actual common dragons. Let's just pick the Abomination and go on. 2 mana 1/4 with Taunt is alright. It's like the bottom of the barrel of all the Cthulhu cards, but it's still just fine. It's one. It has 1 mana discount on an unplayable 3-drop, so. Well, see, the thing is, like, the Cthulhu cards without text, you have, like, 4 mana, 4/2 Divine Shield, you have Spider Tank, you have, like, all sorts of, like, just playable creatures.
You asked for it.
The light shall bring victory.
Alright, I'm full mulliganing this. If I felt spicy, I could keep Lightspawn Onyx Bishop. Man, that would have to go nowhere. Alright, we're coining a 4. So, like all good priests, it's going to be Hero Power, the Light Shall Burn You on 2. This will be good, though. Like, as long as I don't get too far behind, I should be okay.
The light shall burn you.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna lead Aberrant Berserker. Okay. Now, he has multiple kills for that on board. I'd like the Raging Worgen gone. That's the only thing I really want off this board. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'm going to die. Because Raging Worgen isn't going to get removed from this board at all, is it? Yeah. Not good. And, yep, removal. Alright. I'm currently forced to Holy Nova. Oh, alright. Okay. No, that's fine. Alright, so Onyx Bishop, buy me with a board back.
It's time for a lot of blood.
Okay, board bought back. Oh. Oh dear. I think my opponent's just planning on killing me next turn. So convert does nothing. Stealing Brand's Bronzebeard doesn't do anything.
I must consider.
I'm gonna try to draw out of this and heal myself. We might be dead. Fireball kills us flat, that sort of thing. We didn't pass Inner Fire for Berserker, we passed the other one, the other half of that. You're thinking of the other side. Okay, so... Ooh. Okay, so I can answer the board. Now, what should I kill first? I think Brand Bronzebeard is the one I want copied if that's duplicate. So... We'll do it that way. Okay, it's not duplicate. Okay. I believe I cast Power Word Shield into it, right? Alright, next turn if I can clear this board. Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah, 9 wins, nice. Okay, so Entomb... I'm thinking if I convert it before I entomb it. I'm going to convert it first, then entomb it. Basically proving that it's not Spellbender or something like that. The only thing I don't like about this line... Alright, perfect, it was Vaporize. Is that I'm dead to a Fireball off the top. But I'm okay with that. Those odds. My opponent's already spent a Fireball. No, I understand why the convert seems worse than Healing Face, but I hadn't been able to test for spells on what that secret was, which is the entire reason I chose that route. If there wasn't a secret, that would have been a much different turn.
I wonder.
Well, I'm dead to a rip. Regardless, so... The only thing I'm dead to is like Firelance Portal / Fireball. I'm going to be able to heal out of range of that next turn. So, yeah, Kraken gains Mage Buster's healing, which is why I chose that route. Perfect. Heal on up. And let's play my 2 best minions. Should be lethal next turn if I'm doing my math right. If my opponent doesn't play anything, they're dead. Oh, well, that definitely leaves you alive. Thank you, truck. Can I still get a kill here? Yes, I should still be able to get a kill. So, yeah, alright, check this out.
Death to the pretender.
Check out the truck now! Check out this truck! This is the true demolisher! Now you gotta look for lethal. Gotta check out for lethal. So yeah, check out that demolisher. That was a 10 power truck. I am super satisfied with this. I'm stunned that worked. Like, with how bad that early game was. Oof. Let's keep moving. That was some incredibly bad early game. Like, seriously, coin 4/4 Holy Nova. I mean, the bishop did its job perfectly, though. It would give me a 3/4 and a 3/5.
Anduin versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Do I think the trick is that the dark secret of the truck is, the truck actually isn't great, but it's really good. Other way around, it's not good, but it's really great. Like, it dies too easily, is its problem. Like a 1/4 that barely protects itself. But if it lives, it's so sweet. It is my definition of a great card, not a good card. It's one of my definitions. It's not actually the definition of. I don't know what cards actually. By the way, this mulligan is not good. I might have to coin into Ogre Brute to keep myself the board, which is going to leave me with no plays to follow it up with. I want to draw 2, because if I can, like, 2, 3, coin 5, I'll feel a lot better. That is not a 2. Hero Power Me Pass would be what I'd love to see. I had an opponent earlier today on turn 2 play Power of the Wild, the spell that makes a 3/2, and just not make the 3/2. It was very nice. They pumped their team +1/+1. I am seriously going to heal myself and pass because I need to coin 5 to keep relevant.
Wow.
Yeah, so the idea here is that in order to stay relevant in the mid-game, I want to Ogre Brute, coin, Gurubashi Berserker, and then Power Word. I don't think he can play a 3 that just outmatches Ogre Brute, which is good. And I have the option of Power Word Tentacles on Ogre Brute, if that's necessary. It might not be, it might be. Who knows? I feel like I've got the mid-game on lock, but that's kind of how the priests do. Okay, that's maybe one of the least threatening 3s it could have been. I am super satisfied with this. How you doing? Like, they basically couldn't... Yeah, Truck has a strong power. Wow!
Wow.
I'm gonna even give you the wow. Nice! Also, Emily, I wish you the best of luck on the continuing adventures there. That's... Alright, Gurabashi, let's go to town.
Astounding.
Come on, give me the deadly shot. Give me it. Give me the shot. Give me it. Give me the deadly shot. Give me it. I'm gonna do this. Give me it. Do it. Knock me out. Just come on, kick my ass. Yes! Oh, we are going to town. We are going to town. That was not the deadly shot. Alright, I have an invincible minion. I have a literal invincible minion at the moment. That's good. How does it feel to have a literal unkillable minion? Like, you can't kill this by damage. That's not happening anymore. Like, between Temple Enforcer and my healing, like, it's never going to die. And its power is going to become immense. Its power will be maximum. Maybe I can get a 30 shot. Ooh, that'd be nice. Oh, I can hear that bass from like a mile away. What is that? I hope you can hear that bass. Trust in the bass. Okay, carrying grub plus... Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out the box and Temple Enforce. Yeah, and I have a lot of, like... I don't have any direct removal, but I have a lot of AoE effects. Like, if he bites the shield off, I can Corrupted Seer. I didn't Corrupted Seer there, because it would have been lame. Like, getting rid of the shield off Silent Knight wasn't good enough. And Temple Enforcer is way too big a body to pass up. Turn 9, they're going to drop King Crush and be very... They're going to play Gazrila, and it's just going to be like, oh, whoops. That didn't do it. Yeah, the Seer counts as reach here. Again, I'm wondering if I can actually get that up to a 30 shot, but probably not. I'm guessing it'll be like a 19 when it does a killing blow. Like, right now I have 19 damage possible. Ah. We may have lost contact with our opponent. Nope. Yeah, our opponent definitely left to go grab some snacks. $12.15 is pretty respectable. Ooh. I'm really happy about this. I got up to 59 a couple days ago on Priest. We're getting really close. So, you might be wondering, why am I 59 on Priests? That's not like I don't play, you know, a ton of Constructed, and it's not a very strong class. Well, it used to be. Priest used to be the king. Of the arena, at least. Let me tell you a story about mind control at 8. Whew, boy. Those were the days. I think 60 on Priest gets me a Lord of the Arena. I say that like with 100% confidence.
Anduin versus Malfurion.
Priest has not been bad at constructed since release.
The light shall bring victory.
That's not necessarily true. Again, we're full mulliganing. Like I said, the time when Shrinkmeister and Dark Cultist was in Standard was probably its like strongest point as far as Standard goes, because of like how freaking powerful those two cards are.
My greetings.
Greetings.
Like Shrinkmeister combines with Shadow Word Death to actually allow you to kill 4-power minions, which used to give you a ton of trouble. Whereas, and comboed with like Cabal Shadow Priest to steal something like. Yeah, Deathlord too was in that same zone.
Greetings.
Job's done.
The
My
light
thanks.
shall burn you.
Yeah. Like, basically the Time Lord were Deathlord and Dark Cultist and Shrinkmeister. That was a really good don't forget the good times did exist. Don't allow... Alright. Now, this is a pretty good 3 to 4 if this lives. Like, if this lives and I can hand the power off the light spawn, I'll feel like a champion and a half. Like, yo, here's an 8/8, and then I can power word tentacles on it to make it, like, I don't know, like 14/14. I would say that it reveals your character, which you respond with, because I do feel that the heal you and the light shall burn the same warrior. Oh my god, you actually you found Bilst? When you get up there and win, sometimes you run into the same person over and over. That rules, Emily. Play a 4-3.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sweet. Check out that combo.
My fate is sealed.
Freaking Bilst. Bilst is the only time I ran into that specific thing. Anyway, my idea here is I'm just making the biggest minion in the universe, and I'm going to win through that. I hope you like it. Like, there's the obvious attack. I've handed them the obvious attack if they want it. Does someone have a video link to footage re-Bilst? God. It would be one of my oldest recorded arenas. I know it was streamed and recorded. You know what? I'll take a look.
Time waits for no one.
I'll see what I can find. It would be one of my oldest ones, though. Okay, I'm going to remove that from the way. Yeah, we're gonna remove this from the path and just attack for 8, I think. Because I could power word tentacles and attack for 14 on that, but that doesn't really accomplish anything.
I wield the power of Blackwing.
It's also not great play to attack for 8 there over like clearing like the acidic swamp ooze, but I feel pretty confident that our opponent doesn't have anything like a silence to immediately answer this, seeing as they would have played it last turn, like rather than playing this and this. And it's not like 4 and 5. There's a difference of silence that exists. They might have like Swipe or Starfall or Starfire or something. Yeah. Okay. Asked and answered. Kind of want to get Demolisher down here.
I must consider.
Death to the pretenders.
Let's go this. I'm not sold that that's right or wrong, but I am sold on the play. Like, there's a lot of different options there. Hiding behind Abomination. Okay, well, luckily, Truck absorbed that, which is honestly just fine. Truck absorbing that. Let's... Let's keep doing this. What's the 4/6 you're talking about? Druid of the Claw, 90%. Like, it's a Druid on turn 5. Druid of the Claw is a very common play on that. Alright, so we don't have super great answers to trees, but we do have answers to trees. Like, the fact that I have a Power Word plus Lance Carrier lets me answer them, which is probably the best. Which, honestly, I say that's not a good answer. That's honestly a great answer. Like, if my opponent slammed down a tree this or next turn, this turn it would be like a Bog Creeper slash... Bog Creeper slash Ancient of War. 7 cards in hand, coin spent. So, and I have 7 cards in hand. I mean, the difference is I have the board by 9 power, and I'm going to continue to hold the board as long as possible.
Time waits for no one.
I'm going to do everything in my power to keep the board under control. Wow. That's sort of a null play at the end of the day. Could just play a Boulder Fist Ogre. Could play Abomination, but Abomination can backfire so badly.
I must consider.
Could hit him for 11 if I want. I can hit him for more than 11, but I think 11 is the number I'd want to hit for. That actually might be fine. Hit for 11 by pumping the Drake to 6 power, which makes it like immune to that trade, and then just play a Boulder Fist Ogre. Yeah, let's do that. This is a lot of board. My opponent does not have much time. Like, they only have 1 Stranglethorn Tiger and 12 health to deal with. I did count on the lethal check there. We're short by 2 damage for that. So, well, actually we were short by damage and mana for that, because I needed 9 for the full. But, like, the fact that I have 6 damage just to pull, like, out of nowhere, that's kind of the reason I added the Lance Carrier to the board, too. Any minion can hold it, so... Okay. Do you have an Innervate? You do.
Time waits for no
What's your Innervate follow-up? Pump it up. Okay. The answer to this is... Lethal check. Can I find lethal? Not especially. Do I want to convert the tree? No. Maybe, actually. Yeah, actually, that might be fine. Okay, so convert tree, power word tentacles on Azure Drake, bump bump, and then flip this, which is 9. Alright. Give me that tree. So the idea here is letting my minion live. Yeah. Good luck in the final match, Emily. Alright, so, like, you know, like a 1 power thing, so Swipe can just, like, eat that, but Swipe isn't good against the board, so that's fine. It's a lot hard, if I untap with this, I can just heal it flat up. I also have a tree up, you know, having a tree is nice. So I thought about not grabbing the tree and playing Shower Power instead. Oh, okay. Looks like our opponent has decided there was no out. Alright. This is going pretty good. We're 3-0. This isn't really a... I'll be honest, this ain't one of the best decks I've ever played. But it's pretty good. It's having a lot of fun. Is it Bilst? I hope it's Bilst. Alright. Round 4 versus a rogue.
Versus Valera.
Is that Lane?
Watch your step.
The light shall bring victory.
Alright, let's mull these. I actually want to find it too. Can you explain why you think it's working? In a number of the games we've had, at least in 2 and 3, we've had, like, I guess the games where we didn't have immediate pressure. Once we had a game where we didn't have immediate pressure, my mid-game is effectively unparalleled. That's a lot of 6s there, bud. Born in the year... Oh, man, that's kind of bad. Now, this doesn't look like a great game. Mostly because Nerubian Prophet trading off with a 1-drop is one of the, like, that's what we consider bad. Ooh, nice. I like that fork. I'll like that fork until the end of time. I'm greedy. So the idea here is I don't want to just throw away my Nerubian Prophet into Pit Snake, and I'm going to try to use these sweepers to buy back in. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm sure as hell going to try.
Incredible.
Alright, so Mech Warper I'm fine playing, because that's a body worth throwing away. We're going to hope that he goes throw away this Mech Warper plus Knife. That's the play I want to see. There are a lot of other plays he could use for it. Oh man, my opponent's going to have knives for days. Could be just a flat trade then, yep. That's still okay. So, the first Holy Nova is going to slightly damage the board. The second Holy Nova is going to come with a 4/4 and kill the rest.
Incredible.
He'll have a lot of forks, though. It's fine. Ooh, sweet. Keep adding more of these to the board, and then you're going to play the fork and start attacking me. Alright. This is really good. This is great. This is where we turn the corner. I mean, I'm at half, but this is where we can turn the corner. Ooh, I can even kill the second fork. Perfect. Alright. Let's begin. Now, likely kill on the Murloc. It's very easy. However, if my opponent has any damage at all... Okay, good entomb targets. Good, good, good. Good Entomb targets. Yeah, game begins at 6. We have big minion target too. We have Shadow Word Death for like a Shadowpan Raider or something. Wanted to play that fork. Oh, okay. That's very close to what I was talking about.
The damned stand ready.
So fork and 3. We know our opponent is holding the fork. We know that. That's a fact. So I'm holding the ooze for that reason. Okay, this is actually pretty... Ah, sap. And another spell, even? You've got more up your sleeve. Oh, and a backstab. All they have left is a fork. So if I can answer this, game on. Let's go Boulder Fist Ogre heal up, then. That's fine. 2 unknowns. Keep...
To Northrend!
strong? Oh, are you sidestepping? Okay. You are sidestepping. You're trying to kill me. Alright. Let's see what I can do about that. Okay, that seems good. Well, let's do it. You're trying to stay one step ahead. Now, again, if my opponent has actual interaction, like, we won't be in the best position at all. But if they have to burn that Divine Shield to kill Abomination, we go to 7, and we still have our Ogre. Like, I don't care what your minion is, you're not winning against it, against our Ogre.
We are the sword.
I don't care what your minion is, you're not winning against our Ogre, thanks to Power Word Tentacles. I'm going to have to continue healing myself. That's not a problem, though, so... Like, I could heal this up, but it is very, very important that my life total... Like, yeah, it's very important that I do keep my life total up, even over keeping this up on the board, which is sad. But I need to be able to avoid death. I need to start working on that, and... Okay, this is good. I would love it if my opponent attacked my face here. That would give me a very, very clean, like, it would give me some pretty clean kills on everything on this board. Alright. So, I think we trade Crazed Alchemist, or, sorry, we trade Dark Cultist into Emperor Cobra. We attack down the other half. Actually...
I must consider...
Nah, we don't have lethal yet. We're close. Yeah, I've been counting the lethal. Because the Mind Blast is secret. Alright, so I'm going to do the play I'm thinking here, which is...
You love my new recipe.
Then Betrayal thingy in the middle. And now I'm repping lethal. No, I'm repping short of lethal. By 2. That's a lot of gold. Alright, we need to continue padding the life total. Rogues...
We are the sword in the shadows.
Okay, that's nice. If I can pull 2 damage out of a hat, I win. That's nice. Okay.
I give.
Okay. Very happy about that. Yeah, my plan was to trade off the ogre and then trade off the Boulder Fist, play small ogre, attack, even though I don't like that line. They must have assumed they didn't have the actual speed anymore, like that they didn't have the secret damage left and they were on top decking. Again, this deck is able to basically weather the storm. It's basically a combination of cards like Abomination, Holy Nova, and Corrupted Seer, allowing me to weather the early game storm by wrathing. And then once we get to that point, I am literally unparalleled in the power of my mid game, like of my 4-6s. Like Temple Enforcer, like Boulder Fist Ogre, Onyx Bishop. We've seen Gurabashi do some work. Not unparalleled, but incredibly powerful. We had all 3 sweepers there, Squirrel Tekken, all 3 of them. The A-bomb had to take out the most annoying man. Oh yeah, this is a deck that sooner or later I'm going to run into anybody that has an early game like River Crocolisk, and I'm not going to be able to beat River Croc. Oh my god, a curve.
Light shall bring victory.
Oh my god, an actual ass curve. Keep. A real curve isn't real here, so count me in.
I am ready.
Emily 11-3 is not a crash. Like, that's very far from crash. Okay.
Powering up. Portal online.
I may coin into Aberrant Berserker. I'd like them to hero power and use their minion. Oh, all right, they're gonna clear that way. That's good clear. Okay, I think at this point it might actually be more beneficial to play Nerubian Prophet. He has a really good trade. I'm gonna play Nerubian Prophet and try to buy out. God, this could be much better though.
I must consider.
Okay, there's 2 main lines here. There's the line that leads me to playing Holy Nova next turn, and then the other one. And I'm not certain if the line that leads me to... Yeah, like, that's what I'm thinking, Kavanaugh, is if they develop their board with more minor minions, then I'm in. Now, do I play Prophet or Dark Cultist? Like, you know, playing Dark Cultist gives away the 3 health bonus, but, like, lets me play Nerubian Prophet at a later time for, like, minimal input. So I'm going to go with the Dark Cultist. The idea there being that I'll have, like, a turn where I can play Lightspawn plus Nerubian Prophet on 5. The hope here is that this just buys something like Swipe out of my opponent's hand. That's what I want. If they buy this down with hero power and their Swampoos, though, it's also doing what I want, which is slowing the game down a bit. Letting me play Aberrant Berserker next turn into a relatively empty board. This is something, though, that kind of demands a removal, because you can't let me have this stick around, especially if I'm going to follow it up with Aberrant Berserker. I'm going to follow it up with Lightspawn.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Okay, so bump? Is that what I'm seeing? Okay. As long as you don't have,
Time waits for no one.
yeah, this is a... Let's go Queen Holy Nova now. The next turn will be something like Aberrant Berserker Nerubian Prophet.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah, that's a strong one, alright. Let's actually change the line. I'm going to go ahead and go Abomination. This could backfire, but it does flat 1-for-1. I'm going to see what happens with it. If it goes badly, I think I can still pull out of this with the power of, like, Entomb plus Nerubian Prophet. Like, say my opponent does. But the 1-for-1 trade here would be beneficial to me. Let's see what happens. The other line I would like out of my opponent would be, like, some form of removal spell on a big minion, but the Abomination here is a 6/6. Or it's a 6/4, you know? Yeah. Alright, cool. The 1-for-1 trade is A+, because if my opponent goes big old minion, we get to entomb it. If they don't go big old minion, that's fine. Like, I get to build way too big of a board for you to deal with. That's not a lot, to be honest. Team 3, Tribal 3/2s. Where were you all game? Let's go ahead and Aberrant Berserker plus... Yeah, Aberrant Berserker plus Heal Up plus Nerubian Prophet. I am super happy on this. Oh, don't worry, Cultist is still very good. I just had to I used it there in a very specific manner. If you wanted to see it, like, don't forget how Cultist played out in that game where it got to pump Light Spot, you know? Our opponent has 2 spare parts in hand, by the way. This hand is fake. Like, they don't have anything left. Yeah, their hand is just fake. Like, what do you got, like a freeze on me? +1 power? I think this is... Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, this is good. This is really good. So our opponent has 1 spare part and 1 real card in hand, and we're still holding a full grip, effectively. How many cards do you... I'll pose this question to y'all. How many cards do you consider a full grip in Hearthstone? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and heal up. And heal up. Like, yeah. 10 cards is like too many cards. Okay, Abusive Sergeant. So our opponent can clear here, but what's their only... like, do they have a real follow-up? Not especially. Alright. Oh, my goodness, I actually drew that combination. We're still gonna entomb here. Our opponent has basically nothing in hand. 10 cards is man, I need more mana. Okay. 4... Oh my god. I don't have a good answer to that. Astonishing. Okay, there's an answer to that. Thanks.
A new recipe.
So this is this is kind of funky. I don't have a great way to answer that. I need this to live, really. Power word off the top. Blood of the Ancient One. I was expecting a tree. I had an answer to a tree, which was flip this to a 4/5, attack it, and then use the Blackwing Corruptor, but I couldn't answer 9 toughness. That was actually outside of my reach. 8 toughness was good. I had prepped for that. That's what, when I used the Entomb, I had that in mind, that my opponent could easily play something bigger, but I assumed a tree, not a 9/9. Alright. Now, their question is, do they, like, go for the kill on Darkshire Alchemist? I hope not, because that just means I can bump board into this freaking 9/9 and get it the hell out of here. I guess there's also the world where they could play a second Blood and then we'd lose, but it's okay. I think we're taking hella damage. I think we're taking hella damage. Incoming hella damage. Do I have another point off the top? No? Alright. Well... Abyss Hunted, I did not heal self, I healed the minion, buddy. Like, I healed the minion to a 4-3 from a 4-1. Why would I have healed self in that instance? My suggestion, develop lethal. Can do. So, I go to 6 here. I can deal with that. I can deal with 1 hit from this. I can't deal with 2, obviously. My hope is that I am getting... I would love it if my opponent just summoned a second blood or a faceless manipulator on the blood. That would be so powerful. Okay, what's your top deck? Okay, remove one of my 5/5s.
Time waits for no one.
Oh shit! Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can find. Not gonna cut it.
Well played.
Drag no stupid. Well played.
Man, Blood of the Ancient One. Hell yeah. That's very good. I mean, if you want a hindsight on me, yeah. But I'm still feeling good.
Anduin versus Valera.
Watch your...
Alright.
The light shall
Man, do I
bring
even keep
victory.
Power Word Shield? Like, I don't even have 2s. I don't think I can actually keep Power Word Shield. Okay, this is great. I don't think Blood is an okay card in the arena. Wow. Alright. Oh, hey, Intervene Prophet. You're on time enough, we'll say. Yeah, I'll say on time enough.
Killing spree. Drag no stupid.
It is a purple, that's correct. Okay. So the idea there is that there's both a number of pirates that could trigger that in Rogue, and also I get more health off of the zombie chow in this manner. Hopefully I get my opponent to hero power, to be honest. Ah, crap. Doesn't look like it if they're trogging.
Thank you.
I didn't expect to get a trade there. Okay. That's pretty good. Like, I guess maybe they didn't consider the coin in that line? What's even going on here? Like, why are we... Yeah, purples are honestly usually like 8/8 golems or a 9/9 or so, you know, like something like that. Let's trade, see what options we get. That looks fine. And we are going to trade here. I'm going to leave it to them to trade the polluted hoarder because I might find better ways to kill that with novas. I have a lot of novas, you know, so if that stays on the board. Okay, so they're going to trade that off. And now all I need is for this 5 crystals to not be like a gigantic board commit. That's exactly what I wanted. Like, that's it. Like, in a nutshell. Mech Warper Dark Cultist? Could just play Darkshire Alchemist, but I don't really care for Darkshire Alchemist on this board. I don't have the best plays here.
Powering up.
The dead stand ready.
Online.
The main reason I don't really like Blood is that there's, like, obviously, you know, the sentence I'm going to say is going to sound silly, seeing as how it played out in our game, where I could have killed an 8/8 but not a 9/9. But there's not a terrible huge difference between an 8/8 and a 9/9 in clock. And what I mean there is that, like, they attack at the same speed. Okay.
My fate is sealed.
Just a pinch of vigor.
It takes 4 attacks from both to kill a player from 30. There. That's what I mean when I say 8/8 and 9/9 are considerably the same. The different, like, the reason, one of the things about Kraken that makes it really good is that 9 power plus the 4 is a 3-turn clock if needed, though usually it's board control 80 to 90% of the time. Okay, my opponent can wipe me, right? Yeah, they can. Oh, God, SI7 means they get a much... Oh, actually, I don't even care there. Like, it's a much cleaner kill, though. I think I'm gonna SI7, though. That seems good.
This guy's toast.
Our opponent's at 30. Like, a rogue that hasn't used their weapon to board clearing. We're at 32, but I feel like we're the ones losing, which is, because we're continuously having to come back on the board, rather than being even in most of these. Hi. Yeah, okay. Alright, alright. I don't have a dragon. Alright, well, let's just do that then. Off the top rope. That felt pretty powerful top deck. My opponent's going to have to actually work to get the board back under their control now. Finally, for once. And, like, more than just, like an assassinate would do it, I suppose, but, like, that just gets them to even. Problem is I have very little left. That's a lot more powerful than I was hoping. I was hoping for just an assassinate to buy back the board, rather than, like, the best possible card that could do it. So, Shadow Word Death off the top is kind of what I'm asking for. It does some work. Rogue generally slows down, but that's all. Like, generalities are, they're called generalities for a reason. Oh my goodness, I don't even get the Crazed Alchemist to make it not, like... Oh crap! I'm screwed! I'm screwed! So, generally, runs out. So the way generalities work is that, that's the middle of your bell curve. And the rogue we are fighting is not in the middle of the bell curve. They're not anywhere near the middle of the bell curve, in fact. We're actually going to do this. Alright. So the idea here is I'm actually asking them to use their weapon to kill off the Demolisher. I'm going to try to get them to deal 20-some damage to themselves. Man. I'm a little behind here. A little bit. Just like a pinch behind. Like I might not be winning this one. 17 plus. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Okay, good.
The pleasure is mine.
Greetings.
Yeah, I was counting there on Dead to Crack, and we were 17 on the board, plus, like, I can heal myself, but, like, there's no one card I can draw that allows me to win the game, so I decided to go out in a much cooler fashion. Alright, we ran into a deck that had the power to late game, and you just can't touch. That was sweet. Like, what if you just, like, get to the late game and drop Nefarian, and then, like... I'd also like to note that, so far, every time my opponent's had a spare part, it's been a backbreaker. And I keep saying they're fake cards. And I will continue to call them fake cards. Much like I'll continue to call Shatter a piece of garbage. No matter how many creatures I shatter. I did a pair of Mage Arenas over the last couple days, and I think I've gotten 9 kills with Shatter over the course of those two. It was really fun. They were the arenas that made me think maybe I should stream these more, because those are like some really cool moments. Hey, Lazy Turtle, how are you doing?
You asked for it.
The light.
I like this. I like this a lot. I'm just gonna roll with it. Freeze, taunt, bounce, +1 power, +1 toughness, and stealth. Is there a 7th one I'm forgetting about? I think it's just 6. Or is there, what's the one I'm forgetting about? Freeze, taunt, clockwork, stealth, +1 power, +1 toughness. Swap. Okay, I forgot about swap. Okay, so that makes 7. Thank you, Abyss Hunted. I felt like I was forgetting one in there. The Swapper is really, I think, my favorite. Swapper comes up good. Yeah, well, I kept the Onyx Bishop because it's shown its power in the last couple of games.
Greetings.
Like, I feel good about, Oh, sweet. We got a mage not doing anything. Oh, and a play. Oh my god. Reversing switch? No, everyone else likely got there before me.
The damned stand ready.
So this is kind of asking for trouble, but I'm gonna do it anyway, like a flame cannon or something like that. You know, cards that exist in the game of Hearthstone.
It's time for a lot of blood.
So I'm gonna spend the coin here to get myself a little extra toughness. Mostly because I know I'm playing a 5 on the next turn. I thought about the Alchemist, but the big problem with playing Alchemist, and the reason I didn't, is actually the Onyx Bishop in the hand. The combination of the dead Acidic Swamp Ooze and the dead Crazed Alchemist would make the card much weaker than it's going to be on turn 5 now. Because I assume this card's dead regardless. That's just how my opponent's been going. They've had a lot of answers, and this is something they could spend another piece of removal on. So I decided to play around to make the Onyx Bishop a little better. It is a much greedier play, and maybe not correct. I'll 100% admit to that, because like flipping the Spider Tank and attacking would have been a much straightforward play.
Time runs out on me.
Oh man, are we getting like a polymorph boar?
Give
Oh.
me a quest.
Oh, looks like my turn has changed. We are now in need of playing Shadowward Pain 100%, so sorry about that. Like, I can't let that live.
Knowledge is power, and I know a lot.
I learn. Okay. Thought process now. Kind of thinking light spawn. Yeah.
Kill them all.
Bump off, play light spawn, heal up myself, because healing the Aberrant Berserker doesn't... Well, actually, it does force the ping in the wrong direction. And that is mana.
I wonder.
Let's do that. So the reason I was thinking, like, heal myself over that is, like, you know, this is dead to the attack from Spider Tank and ping anyway, but this forces the ping, which is a mana advantage, which is important. Mana advantage is something that I don't think I talk too much about in the game of Hearthstone, but is an incredibly important concept. Like, forcing your opponent to ping on, like, 2, 3, 4 is a very, very powerful maneuver, and something absolutely worth considering a lot of the time. Okay. I think here is finally time to play the Onyx Bishop. I think it's Onyx Bishop attack and heal up my light spawn.
I must consider
I have enough backup in my hand that I don't feel bad about a sweeper coming down.
the game.
So are we getting Acidic Swamp Ooze back? Indeed. Alright, with Acidic Swamp Ooze back, I am actually going to... So all my odd playing for still losing the 33, which is just fine. That's why you play the odds, though.
Quickly.
Crazed Alchemist on the Imp Master is a very good way to lose my board, so I'm not going to do that. Because if I Crazed Alchemist that, he would just like bump into Light Spawn and ping it, because this doesn't die until the end of the next turn. I thought about eating the Imp Master there as well. The reason I did not is that my deck has a propensity to have more sweepers in it. There's two, you know, there's Holy Nova and the Corrupted Seer and the Abomination in my hand, which are just fine against it. Oh, sweet. That's a 6 mana 5 damage burn spell. We run it hot. Okay, things are looking up. So we're gonna kill off the Imp Master now, and probably play out Blackwing Corruptor.
Checkmate.
I think that's all I'm going to commit to the board. I could commit the Trog as well, but I don't feel a need to. I have a lot of answers in my hand for big minions, 2 big minion answers, which is really important, considering what stage of the game we're in. Oh, wow, okay. Wow, if my opponent's just got mid 3 drops, like, I'm actually going to be able to do a really good amount of answering here. Alright, let's figure this all out. Most efficient way of dealing with these minions. Crazed Alchemist on Dragon. Kill the Dancing Sword. See what comes after that. Make plays based on that information. So let's do that first.
You love my new recipe.
To the pretender.
Okay. I think the line I'm going to go is bump off here, heal up one of them, and drop a Trog. Or not, I'm sorry, Worgen, not a Trog. Trog isn't really necessary on this board. So he has some very obvious moves here. But he can't kill the 4-3 basically without using his 4-3 is the idea. Past that, I'm hoping to just be able to either answer small minions with small minions of my own and replace them, or answer big minions with big minion answers, and my opponent has 2 cards to 5. Hey, look, a card I can answer with a big minion answer card. And yeah, as much as I'd love to entomb it, I think Shadow Word is the one I'll be using. Oh. I want to save Entomb for when I have the ability to use both. So, or I want to save Entomb for something that maybe isn't 5 power, like a
Killing spree.
Sunwalker would be a very good example of that. All right, I made a bunch of Entomb kills 4 power minions, which I can actually kill. Actually, sorry, this one's friendly. I have a couple other ways of getting around those sorts of minions, but I think from this point I have the game in lock. So yeah, let's go ahead and play a tank. Hey.
Job's done.
All right.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Ooh, let's go. Power word here.
To the pretender.
We'll go this way. Now, instead of healing the Trog, I could have played Darkshire and healed that. Oh, alright. That, like always, doesn't have the boost. They're out. Power word, nice. Yeah, very happy about that heal bot timing that they had to play. Alright. This is going well. Power word, nice. We can answer bog creepers, though. We've seen trees. We've seen blood. I mean, trees and blood.
You asked for it.
The light shall bring victory.
I like this. I like this a ton. I'm just keeping the whole dang thing. Lightspawn isn't the greatest against a mage, but I like this hand a lot. Because it has effects. My god. No love for bogs in the arena? Huh? Everyone. Bog Creeper is like... I can't speak to how incredible Bog Creeper is. Like, that's just a ton of my losses. Is just a Bog Creeper appears and you can't answer it.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Alright. So these are... I talked about the instances where Demolisher looks really bad, and it's stuff like this, where... Like, I'd love to lead with it here, but Sorcerer's Apprentice Ping is, like, an easy kill. No. Alright, you'll have to waste your ping to get there. Might coin Lightspawn, unless I find a better 4. Yeah, let's coin Lightspawn. So the idea here is that they're just too easy a kill on every other play I have. And this one at least leaves a board if they do like the attack ping. They might have something more, you know, spot removal, that sort of thing to deal with it. But they would have had that in any... Yeah, I mean, Bog Creeper does follow the rule of taunt on minions, which is you -1 off of their, you basically power toughness equal to double their mana cost, in some manner, which, like, Sen'jin Shieldmaster is very good for, but, like, when you're on that level, it's such a backbreaker. Ooh, what do we got? Like, what is that? Duplicate? Alright. Let's see what it is. What is that thing? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Forgotten Torch. This is real bad. Check this out. Alright.
What you want?
Well played.
Goddamn.
Well played.
Just burn value. Who needs it?
Pay attention.
Value's
class.
fake. Well, you weren't wrong. Is it counterspell? At this point, it has to be counterspell, double counterspell, or ice block. That's it. Those are the only possibilities. Yo, hit it, 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 hit it. Okay, so check out my anti-counterspell play.
Greetings.
Mind Blast serves its best purpose. Thank you, Mind Blast. Oh. Okay, that's bad. I'm gonna call that one bad. That's way too much of a board for way too little investment. Which is basically how that card functions. I can't tell you how powerful that card is in words. I can, actually. Incredibly. Extremely. Very. One card bought them the board hard for me. I think the play probably involves Crazed Alchemist to kill off the 5/3 Aberrant Berserker, and then like heal Truck maybe, so they don't get free kills. I'm gonna do that.
Love my new recipe.
Yeah, flipping Trog into the 5/3 is definitely #1 on my list. The difference here is basically, do I want to heal the Truck to prevent a ping kill on it, which I think I actually do. The idea behind preventing a ping kill is that this golem just trades with these two. I don't like that either, but it's the play I have, and we play with the plays we have, not the plays we want. They have Fireball for... that's basically Fireball for that. Do you have an answer for this, too? Yeah, as close as you're gonna come. Alright, Board Flood 2016.
Stand ready. It's clobbering time.
Powering up. Portals online.
The idea here is that I want their ping to be split between Ping Tarn Warrior and Ping... There's no good options. Oh, that's actually the best one. It's always MCT. Anyway, the idea there was I wanted their ping split between having to ping Crazed Alchemist or pinging Tarn Warrior and making the trade. Which is what they're going to do now that they have my 2/1. Luckily, things actually are looking like I at least will have decent board here. Like, as long as this lives, I'll be okay. I need to draw a minion off the top. Preferably a big one. That's big enough.
My fate is sealed. I wield the power. Black will.
You don't got any power here. So 6 damage on the board plus a ping is not my board's health total, so that's good. Oh boy. That could be it. Oh, never mind. You were holding that the whole time? I'm kind of impressed at your restraint, my friend. That would have been an incredible play on the last turn. We're looking for Holy Nova off the top. Like, they had a 4-for-1 on their Flame Strike last turn, and they just didn't take it.
I know who you are.
So, yeah, we are out.
Killing spree.
Well played.
Well played.
Very happy with the outcome, though.
I hope you like my
This deck performed, which is better than I really... Our opponent's got some duds, but they also have some very powerful cards up their sleeve, which I'm excited about. You're gonna go far. 5 and 3 is incredibly acceptable on this, though. Yeah, to be honest, what, 2 of our losses were big endgame? Like, oh, sweet. That's a good outcome. Yeah, the mirror play was pretty bad. I'm aware of that. Dust. 40 dust. Oh, and all the cards from the last one too. I forget to come in here. Oh, what's new? Oh, a golden divine strength. Okay, I was like, what the heck's new? Go shatter. Yeah, look at that. What's cooler than being cool? Anyway, that's all for tonight. But yeah, thank you all for joining, everybody in the zoo. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night, everybody.